Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Howard's Opinion, the premier destination for in-depth analysis and thought-provoking commentary on the world of sports. I'm your host, Howard, and it's a pleasure to have you join me today as we delve into the latest developments from the NHL. As we embark on this new season, the National Hockey League has unveiled its 2025-26 key dates, and I must say, there are several intriguing storylines that have caught my attention. The Utah Mammoth, formerly the Arizona Coyotes, are set to make their debut with a fresh brand identity, and we'll be keeping a close eye on how they perform in their inaugural season. But what's really generating buzz is the announcement of not one, but two outdoor games in the Sunshine State. The Florida Panthers, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, will face off against the New York Rangers at Lone Depot Park in Miami on January 2nd, while the Tampa Bay Lightning will take on the Boston Bruins at Raymond James Stadium on February 1st. Now, I know what you're thinking. Outdoor games in Florida? Won't the weather be a challenge? Well, my friends, it's true that the NHL has had to get creative with the scheduling, but with Lone Depot Park's retractable roof and air conditioning, they found a way to make it work. And let's not forget about the Hockey Hall of Fame weekend, which will take place from November 8th to 10th. This year's class features an impressive list of inductees, including Zdeno Chara, Duncan Keith, and Jennifer Botterill, among others. It's a testament to the rich history and talent that this sport has to offer. Now, I'd like to hear from you, our listeners. What are your thoughts on the upcoming season? Are you excited about the outdoor games in Florida? Do you think the Utah Mammoth will make a splash in their debut season? Share your opinions with us on social media using the hashtag Howard's Opinion. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're glad you're still with us as we dive into the world of sports and entertainment. In our last segment, we discussed the latest developments in the NBA, but now it's time to shift our focus to the NFL. We've got a couple of exciting stories to share with you, starting with the Denver Broncos' impressive win over the Arizona Cardinals. The final score was 27-7, with quarterback Jarrett Stidham leading the charge. He completed 16 out of 23 passes for 40 yards and 2 touchdowns, both of which were caught by wide receiver Troy Franklin. The Broncos' defense also had a solid outing, holding the Cardinals to just 2 out of 13 conversions on third down. This comes after they limited the San Francisco 49ers to just 1 out of 12 conversions in their previous game. It's clear that Denver's defense is looking strong this preseason. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are still trying to find their footing. Quarterback Jacoby Brissett had a decent game, completing 6 out of 8 passes for 57 yards and a touchdown. However, the team's overall performance was lacking, and they'll need to step up their game if they want to compete in the regular season. In other news, the Broncos honored the memory of Lionel Taylor, a pass-catching great and coaching pioneer who passed away earlier this month at the age of 89. The team also paid tribute to former AP sports writer Dennis Dorgados, who died in June at the age of 70. We'll be keeping an eye on both the Broncos and the Cardinals as they continue through the preseason. Will Denver's defense continue to dominate, or will Arizona find a way to turn their season around? Only time will tell. And speaking of exciting matchups, we've got another story coming up that you won't want to miss. The 49ers are facing off against the Las Vegas Raiders in a battle of two teams looking to make a statement in the NFL. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. As we wrap up today's discussion, I'd like to shift gears and dive into the world of sports, specifically the NFL. We've got an exciting update from the New York Giants, who recently took on the Jets in a preseason matchup. According to reports, the Giants' offense showed some promise, with their running game averaging 5.6 yards per rush and scoring 2 rushing touchdowns. The team's timing on screens has also improved, and their pocket protection off play action was solid. However, the defensive line struggled against the run, particularly when Elijah Chapman and DJ Davidson were on the field. One player who caught my attention was Jackson Dart, the Giants' rookie quarterback. He had an impressive outing, completing several key passes, including a 30-yard throw to tight end Theo Johnson. Dart's arm angle adjustment on that play was notable, showcasing his ability to adapt and make plays under pressure. On the defensive side, Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau were active in run defense, making some crucial backside pursuit tackles. Meanwhile, the Giants' secondary looked strong, with Cordell Flott making a big pass defense against Garrett Wilson. As we look ahead to the regular season, it's clear that the Giants still have some work to do, particularly on defense. However, with young players like Dart and Flott showing promise, there's reason for optimism in New York. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts.